joining us.
You'll learn a lot about us today. So we brought our bullhorn, and I guess it's pretty good considering the mic is over there.
And you can still hear me though. The mic's dragging in pretty good, so you'll be able to get me. All right, so during this episode, which will be coming at you more often, I want to make 9 p.m. our time. It might become 8 p.m. The more people that can see our cast, the better. And so there's a few things that you should really put on your calendar.
And that's June 18th for one thing. That's when we're announcing. That's when we are announcing.
And we have the bullhorn. That bullhorn is for a reason. We intend on getting this word out far and wide to people who matter, just like you, just like me, just like all of our compatriots. That is to say, all of humanity in America, and just how great that's going to be. So I do have this last week, and what I'll tell you is this last week I have had some guests that have stayed with me, which is good, because anytime we can try to do our best to help humanity, great. And so I had a guest by the name of Amber. She was one of 3 of those people who were staying with me. And I hope you can hear me okay. Let me do a sound check on all this, just make sure it's okay. And you never want to get too far in without making sure everybody can hear you okay. Testing 1, 2. Okay, I think we're good to go. I just wanted to do that sound check because, you know, the other thing is when I put out a bulletin saying that at 9 p.m. we're going live across all of the channels, I want you to be able to count on that. And it's so important that you could be able to count on that. So rest assured, when I give you these times, we'll be sticking to them. And at least the best we can. The other night I was going to come on, but because of the kind of work I'm doing, I'm running a presidential campaign. Granted, it is happening online. It's using media. It's also using social media, and it's us getting the word out. So make sure you tell your friends, tell people that you know that they are not going to get this message unless we share it. And this message is the message they need to get. I haven't even gotten into the exciting platform, and we'll be getting into it. But first, it's about Amber. I want to share with you guys this special work. And first things first, we got to set it up for you here. So while it's setting up, and it's pretty much in the system, but let's just get over a couple things. Like I was telling you, on June 18th, I'm going to be in downtown Orlando sharing and just opening my heart, and the people that are watching Donald Trump's rally on the 18th are going to hear it. Most of my supporters are Donald Trump folks. They're just such great people. And that's my job. I voted for Donald Trump myself, and the fact of the matter is I don't think he's doing that great of a job. I think that a lot of people support him because, well, the fact of the matter is he is the best candidate. He has done some, at the times he was running, he was the best candidate. Outside of your happy healer, a lot of people feel that way. But let's not get carried away with, Donald Trump so much. We just have to be fair, and we just have to be true to the truth. And that is what I am doing here. And the reason why on both sides you want your happy healer to be honest and to be truthful and to not let politics get in is because for our country, what we all want and deserve is unity. And quite frankly, what we all want and deserve is a new president on January of 2021. Okay? And the best way to get that is by voting in your happy healer. And here's why. Because there's things we're doing for Republicans. They're going to love your happy healer. Oh, yes. We are talking about the things that we have for so long been working for, has been just fleeting for the American people, for humanity. And your happy healer loves God. And we just have to take care of humanity. And so, my fellow Democrats, we are the Humanity Platform. I am running as a Democrat. My fellow Republicans, we are the Humanity Platform. So there's going to be a few things that sort of, upsets everybody a little bit, makes everybody happy a little bit. And we're not doing things, and I've said this in previous talks, that we're not doing things based on what would get me elected or what would get me votes or anything like that. It's just based on what humanity, I'm your humanity candidate. And that alone should be getting me elected. And quite frankly, I don't think there is any other candidate out there that is qualified to run for president, because quite frankly, it is humanity that is voting you in, and none of these guys are humanity candidates. So here's how it works.
And I want you to listen very carefully to this part. In all of politics, you have two parties in the United States. You have the Republicans and you have the Democrats. And here you have your Happy Hiller. He's just an American. He's like you. He's a normal guy. I am the people's candidate. Make no mistake about it. So you have your Republicans and you have your Democrats. And neither one of these guys can quite get what is us right. Us, what are us? We are humanity, the product of our Creator. Our Creator loves us. And, we are just humanity, the product of our Creator. We love, and love is the way to go. Love and truth is God. Love and truth is, in my belief, what our Creator is. So, let's take that. So important to know that, because that is my belief. And in running for president, it's something that a lot of my friends believe in, and it's just the truth. And humanity has purpose and value because of that truth, at least from your Happy Healer and from so many others who also believe in the Creator and believe in a God and a higher power. Remember, that gives you faith, gives you purpose and value. It's so important to recognize that. It's so important to remember that. That's why I'm telling you with the microphone here, with the you just got to understand this. So I'm going to pull the bullhorn, and I'm going to make sure you get this loud and you get this clear. So again, the thing that makes your Happy Healer qualified from the Republican standpoint, I am going to talk about the things that are important for humanity and God. And God, it's okay to say that. We love God. God is such a huge part of our lives. And that beyond that, we have humanity. So that's the thing. Humanity is what we're talking about. You have humanity births that are just completely, people are just basically having abortions, and it's like they're doing it out of spite in some cases. Not all. No, I don't want to get tongue twist and get myself. I'm a dude. I'm gay. I've never had a kid. I'd love to have a child, but the fact of the matter is I'm not a woman. Okay, so I get a little tongue twisted with the whole thing of abortion, because I know great people on both sides always get tied up with this, myself included. It's just because we don't want to be taking rights away from people. We're the freedom people, and remember, we're the humanity candidates. But at the same point, as the humanity candidate, we have to value life. So we need a serious conversation about this, and I intend to have one as your humanity candidate. And Democrats, I know that's hard for you to stomach, but I couldn't be your humanity candidate, and I couldn't be genuine to the truth if I didn't tell you that. I was so uncomfortable with abortion. Not many Democrats are going to tell you that these days, but there's something beautiful about our message. And that is to say that most of my supporters are Trump supporters, and running as a Democrat, think about that. Think about that. We can beat Trump. No other Democrat can. We can beat Trump. And we marry all those Trump supporters together with the Democrats who have for so long wanted Trump gone, but that's fine. This is not a hateful campaign. We love Trump. We love all people. But here's the thing. We are going to be able to get in based on the fact that we are the only humanity candidate, and you should follow and support the person who stands up tall and says they are working for God's work, and the humanity is God's work, and that truth and love is what makes up God. And so, yes, we have to talk about humanity and the babies and abortion, and we'll just see where that conversation leads to.
because humanity has to come first. But here's what's great, my Democratic brothers and sisters.
Are you ready for this?
For so long, and I know this because I voted Democrat all of my life up until Trump, and I voted for Trump. But we want health care for all, don't we? It's the right thing to do for humanity, isn't it? And as your humanities candidate, that's clear to see. And I can't wait to tell my Republican friends and to talk to my Republican friends about the reasons why we need to do this. And I just know so many of them already agree. Remember, 70% of Americans agree in health care for all. Make no mistake about it, many of those people are just like me, somewhat conservative, but also very respectful of life. They just are not going to accept that, you know, we don't have this conversation in some regard, and that's on their end. But these guys are going to go the distance with us. They understand. They understand that humanity matters. Trust me on this. You know, the ones who support your happy healer first and most is the Trump people. And then I just say to the Democrats, you want a candidate that can get Trump people. You need that. Quite frankly, it's the only way to win this year. And aside from that, even better, because we are the humanities candidate, we're taking care of these things that matter. Like I said, we're going to do healthcare for all. It's just the right thing to do, and the Republicans are coming with us. But we don't stop there. We keep going. We're going to do income for all, and we're going to explain to the people why that is also necessary, that we have to do income for all, that people are expecting it, that they absolutely should expect it, and I'm going to get into why. So you got to hang out for that. I'm going to get into how we can get it done. So you got to hang out for that. And we're going to get into so much more. So I'm going to put this part down. You guys can still hear me here. But, you know, we're doing what we got to do to win. And quite frankly, the media apparatus that we have built, that we're getting better at all the time and every day, is the way we are using in order to do just that. So what do you think is going to happen on June 18th when I bring my amplifier? I also bring my trusted bullhorn, and I'm talking to those Trump people direct, and we're having a love fest outside of the love fest they're going to have on the inside with Trump. Well, we're going to be talking about health care for all. We're going to be talking about income for all, and we're going to be talking about humanity. We're going to talk about how life matters. It matters from the inception, and so we believe this all the way until the death. And guess what? Because it matters, we got to get people taken care of. We got to take care of them. And the only way your happy healer is running is with a mandate. We have to have a mandate going in, and we will. And so much more. We just have such an exciting platform to go over. And today has been a very busy day for me, but I just was looking forward to coming on and sharing Amber's story and the story of this homeless family. There's really so much going on there to share. And so you'll really enjoy that. I just know how much effort she put into making it and how much effort I put into it. And, you know, the thing about it is we do this because we love. And, you know, when you put time and effort into another individual and you help them become better, and that they do become better and they're risen up for it, it reminds me of one of my favorite quotes. And that is, true heroism is not defined by those who fought but never fell. It's defined by those who fought, fell, and rose again. So on this, I decided to call this performance by Awesome Amber, who is autistic, did amazing, the Sounds of Triumph over Tragedy. And I think that if you know anybody who has gone through the kind of hatred and the kind of division that is often coming from that hatred, I think you can attach yourself onto this movement, because we together are building a future that we can all be united in. That's the biggest part of my campaign, really, is we are uniting this country We are uniting America. And so that's why we're on live right now, is because are going to come on live each day at 9 p.m. Sometimes, like I said, we might make it 8 p.m., but the point is that you matter, and we're going to have so much stuff to share, and that we're going to have today, these first few shows where we're just picking up, we just got our computer back, the systems are just getting back up and going again. You know, we got knocked off a bit, but the first few shows are just getting in line. But just watch, and when you see this performance that's coming up next, then you'll understand what I'm saying. And so that performance, by the way, is actually getting loading right now. So let me go ahead and work on that so we can get it off to a head here. Which I have somebody outside, the guest that I had over for the last week. He's actually outside and he's banging on the door. And I am trying to keep with you guys and also not get distracted from what we're doing. And I'm not doing a good job at it because he's literally right there banging at the door. So I'm going to finish getting this on, and then I'll figure out what is going on in my office and surroundings, and then we'll get into the next portion. Hey, hang on, man. I'll be done in a second here. I'm in a live show. Sorry, folks. You know, I am getting it put in right now. And that's what live shows are, and that's what people like about it, is that you get to see what's really happening. This is how I live my life. You know, I help people, I do my thing, and, well, sometimes people, they come back because they, you know, you're a good person, so that's why they come back. And that's okay. But they shouldn't be disrespectful either. Okay, and what I'm going to do actually is, because this is still loading up over to the other computer, I don't think it pushed over. Let me just double check. Assets. Yeah, it should be right there. Let's see here. I haven't heard him banging. Maybe he left by now. You know, you can't just walk up to somebody's house at any time of the day and start banging on the door and expect they're going to be, hey, how you doing? Welcome to my home. And especially the time now is 9 p.m. I shouldn't have somebody banging and, you know, this is the kind of thing you help people, and I left a message. Sometimes you help people. Hey, I'm in a live show, man. I'm in a live show. And you get kicked in the teeth for it. And you just basically get kicked in the teeth for it. So, and that's unfortunate. It shouldn't be that way. But I believe I got this thing here. Let's see. Let's check it out. Hi, folks. I am your happy healer, Keith Landy. That's not what I was trying to do. Okay. All right, let me check another area here. You're going to have to wait a second. I'm in a live show. Yeah, and I do apologize about that, folks. I'm going to have a talk with the gentleman who I just got done helping for the last 10 days. People do connect to you for sure when you're a good person. And, but one thing I tell people is, if you're going to get in the business of loving people and doing the right thing, the person you have to love most first is yourself. Never forget that. And there's so many winning strategies, too, that we're going to go over in that regard that you guys are going to want to hear about, that are just meaningful, they work, they are, you know what I'm going to do is, I'm going to move up just a little bit here, and I can just get it done quicker from here, and I'm pretty sure I need to transfer the file over from one computer to the other, which normally I would have done already, but because I'm doing things genuine, and because I really care, This is not just an act, although some of the things we do is pre-done, so that way it's set up. I want to give you guys the full attention and what it deserves. You know why? Because we all matter, and I say it over and over again. I'll always say that. We have 8-second warriors, and some of the messages, until we get picked up just a bit more, that's why I say continue to share this. I have to repeat. I do it on purpose. And if you really want to hear the way I just get off into a speech, and we'll be doing more here, is get on my live shows, like when my personal Facebook, because I'll come on live and I'll just talk, and I won't have like 50 million other things going on at the same time that I'm sharing very important information. And we're growing our campaign too, so we're getting more people involved, and then I'll have people who are helping more with some of the things and the nuances, so that my mind can be more focused, and that we are always focused. And can you imagine, by the way, can you imagine some other candidate being able to juggle all of these responsibilities? I mean, they can't. I mean, look at all the fake news stations. They can't even get their news out correctly. And so that's why if I wanted to put out just anything, then it would be easy, right? But what we're doing is very special stuff. And so, we take our time and we get it right. And we don't get pushed. We do people right. We love. But you love yourself first, otherwise you're not equipped to love anyone else. And no apologies for that, right? Never no apologies for doing the right thing. That's why I said, and just stick with me here, that's why I said I'm running a positive campaign. Yeah, no apologies, because when you do, apologies if you do wrong. You have to be able to say sorry then. But in terms of our platform and fighting for humanity and doing the right things, there's no reason to have an apology there, because we are dialing into humanity. We are listening to what is right. We are focused on the truth, and that's why the truth matters so much. And you watch just how much it matters, because we're going to be getting into so many things. And the people who are dialing in, they already know. And for the new people, you will know soon, for sure. Because it's just the way we're living each and every day. And we're living to the fullest. You ever notice people who they're not really fully present? They are often almost like robotic, right? They don't really, it seems to me like a lot of people who don't realize that there's a creator, how special the world is. The world is so special, and you are so special. And people just don't realize that. We got our memory card. We're no longer waiting forever on the normal automatic systems through Creative Cloud, which is Adobe, which does pretty much all of the major studios. And they're professional and trusted, but sometimes when you transfer from one computer to another computer and you're doing it through the cloud, it can take a long time. So we're just going to use our card. And then it'll be done in a heartbeat, and I won't be up there waiting. We've already been on now for 25 minutes. I'm stalling, hoping it's going to come on any second, and all it did was make me sounding a little bit off balance, which is okay. Like I said, live TV, it's just like that. We're going to be doing a lot of special stuff, and we don't redo things a lot. We're coming on, we're just doing it for the first time, so it's not repetitive. And now, of course, the things that are important to the people, you talk about it a lot. Some of that stuff you end up repeating, but it's not that we're doing it in a way that's disrespectful, or that it's just continuous repeats of the last show kind of stuff. It's not. Today's live. Time now is 9:26 p.m. That banging outside was literally live. And yeah. All right. And so I hope you guys are having a great day today. Your happy healer certainly is. It's a hot day in Florida for sure. And your happy healer is a weird guy. I'll be the first to admit it. And I'm a big dork. You'll learn that stuff about me. Let's get all that stuff out of the way, so then we can just get straight on about what we're doing. Okay, here. And yeah, so some of my friends too were saying that they're good, and like some of my supporters, that you guys are also good in media and you do other things, especially the local ones. Some of my local friends here, or people that are just getting, you know, onto this campaign and what we're doing, come here to the Happy Healer, like get them, you know, get involved, help out. I could use help right here in Orlando, and I can help you too if you're in media. But we can do amazing things together. But aside from that, I mean, if you're on this message, you need to be here. You need to be a part of this. We're the people's candidacy. You need to be a part of this campaign. And then if you are, man, imagine what we can get done. I mean, people who know me know I do a bunch of things at once. And, well, that's no different than right now. While I'm dealing with somebody outside, I'm doing this show. I've got all of our different programs that are running in this computer. I have to transfer them to that computer. We started out on the podium. We have sound control. We have our bullhorn, and we also have our amplifier. I had to remove and change the mic around while we were going. You probably didn't even notice. Yeah, so a lot of things got to get done. And that's the same thing with America, isn't it? And when I am fully engaged, I sound so much different than when I'm doing a million things. So just remember that. You know, you can't judge somebody who says, you want the truth, I'll give you the truth. But you better be able to handle the truth then. Don't stand there and say, as an individual who is voting in this country, I am a constituent, I am somebody who is supporting a candidate, I want the truth, and then you give me the truth and I'm going to forsake it. Well, here's what we learned, and I want you to just understand what we learned this year is just so mind-boggling. People for so long have been supporting these candidates that are just so condescending and way up here, but they are no better than any of us. They are not more qualified. They don't have better records. They aren't better people. Nope. They've had better circumstances, most certainly, but they're a very small crop of people. If those are the only people you have to choose from, are the privileged, are the people that were so privileged they have no idea what it's like to even relate to a normal American, then it's almost so ridiculous. I mean, I ask, where is the intellect? Because folks who do that almost deserve it. You get a candidate that doesn't care about you. They're condescending from way up here. They're looking down at you. We're going to be talking about all of this stuff, and these are in my speeches and in my normal conversations. And if I can get more help in my local area from people that are locally, that listen to this, that know media, or just have ambition. Do you have ambition? You don't need to know anything. Just ambition. Just willpower, just commitment, just loyalty. Loyalty for this country, loyalty for humanity, loyalty for creativity, and loyalty for art. Do you have that? Well, then contact me. Contact me. I want you to contact me at keithlandy.com, which is also happyhealerforpresident.com. You could even reach me through email, which is us@happyhealerforpresident.com. And I won't ignore you. If you send me an email, guaranteed I will get back to you. And we will change this country. I am one person have doing so much. I mean, just look at all this stuff. Go to the website, see what we're doing. Yet we have so many supporters that are seeing what we're talking about and believing in it. We have so much media, things we could be doing, things that we've already done. So now's the time, step up locally. For those people locally who want to get involved, don't come at me in a month from now after I do the speech on the 18th of June and say you want in. Because I need help now. It's the people who come in now who are going to have a part of this campaign in a close position to the candidate. Okay? So that's how it's going to work. And I am a leader. I know how to lead. I lead with compassion. And I lead with love. And what we are on is a loving mission, and we are on a passionate one. So keep those things in mind, will you please? If you are local, come to the Happy Healer and let's do this. Let's do it for America. Let's do it for each other. Let's do it because we can. And for so many other reasons, let's just do it. It's the way of the future. It's the way it's going to be. It's really where humanity is headed, is where our campaign is going. The future only has room for people who put humanity at the top and forefront. That's just the way it goes at this point. Because the spiritual awakening, folks realizing there is a creator, science catching up with that. You've got to take care of humanity. You can't say, oh, well, there's a creator, and recognize that and not take care of humanity. Well, then no wonder why you're having all the problems in society that you're having. You're not relying on God's strength, his willpower, his love. God is love. God is truth. You haven't relied on that. Instead, you thought hate was going to get you there. Hate was going to win. Well, watch and see. Wait until you just see how it looks when we're winning with love. And we're going to win so much harder. And we're going to be united doing it. Watch. It's just so amazing when you know the truth so clearly. And that's what we have. We have the truth working for us in this campaign. We have the truth. I wonder if that guy is still out there. Hey, I'm still intending on going to check. I'm just not going to check a moment before it's convenient for you. Because the help I do in my community is all day long. By the time I get to you, that community is still coming in on me. That's fine. That's fine. But the community will just have to wait. So I can get with you. And then we'll get back to the community. But you first, at this hour. Alrighty. Isn't that great to know, though? I mean, isn't it great to know that you have a candidate, even at his own home, there are citizens knocking, they need help, they're trying to do things within their community and get by. We're going to have this story also coming out. And remember, the person who is just at the door is part of the family of Amber, who I'm trying to load so we can share this. Yep. And the devil will always try and make things harder for you. He's going to make the way for, you know who's the devil's candidates, because he makes their way so easy. He makes their way so easy. And you got to see, I've got such commitment and such belief in our message. And I know how hard it is. And that other people, they see and they look and they say, oh, you have no hope. In fact, even the people that sometimes support it, they say that, even though they believe. You know? I'm going to tell you, I believe in a message. I believe that we're going to win when the message gets out, that it's so great. And by the way, we are the candidacy this time, aren't we? The one that's just being pushed back, the one that's going to have the hardest time getting their word out. Well, sure does kind of feel like God's campaign. It sure does. And I'm just doing my fate. I just love people. This is what I've been doing for so long previous to this. I'm not perfect. I've had my mistakes. And I'm quite honest about them. And you'll learn that as well. Just so clearly focused on what is right now. We all have to be. The situation demands it of us. It demands that we're all super focused on each other and on what matters most. And humanity is that which matters most. Make no mistake about it. You will hear people tell you over and over again that you don't matter. Don't listen to them. Do not listen to them. They'll tell you it can't be done. They'll be so pessimistic. Even people who once before were so optimistic. People who were saying before, yes, we can. Now they'll say, no, we can't. People that were before saying, on Trump's side, people that were before saying, yeah, we can have 3 or 4% GDP growth. It's possible. People laughing at him. But then look. So don't tell me we can't do it. And by the way, our plan is so much more sensible. We're going to unite the country. It needs to happen. Because, by the way, we haven't even gotten into that. But this country is headed in one of two directions. Either unity under a president, happy healer, which is Keith Landy, or it's heading in chaos and division and fighting, which is going to be any other candidate. I am your only humanity candidate, yes, but I am also your only unity candidate. Make no mistake about that as well. I'm going to be a brand new person once I get this video loaded for you guys. And I will never make the mistake again of not having the video from this computer to the other computer where we go live on. I will never do that again. Not after this experience and the banging on the door and how I feel like I sort of fumbled the message a little bit, even though really it's a great message. But I know that we have so much work to do. I know the gravity of what we need to do. So I get impatient. I want to do so much. That's why I say if you're local and you can help, get involved. You know, your candidate's going to work much harder than you no matter how hard you work. No matter how many days you work, no matter how many hours you put in, your candidate's going to work the hardest. I can guarantee you that. I already am, and I have already been. Alrighty. And it's of love. I come at you each night. You're going to get to know me. We've got a while before the election, and we're serious about this candidacy. So you're going to know your happy healer for President Keith Landy. Go there and look it up. Look it up right now while I'm setting up this video. Go to keithlandy.com or go to happyhealerforpresident.com if that's easier for you to spell. Happyhealerforpresident.com. And remember, I came to the conclusion that I was the happy healer because for so long I've known that I had in me this desire and wish and empathy to care that I didn't see in everybody around me as much. I knew that every person had it in them and that they're capable of it and that that strength can be called upon and that that strength is God, that love and truth is God, and that that's the furthest thing we got away from right now. And now look at our country. We are lacking love and we have no unity. And we're lacking truth, and just look at all the evil hatred. We're going to change that. We are going to unite this country. We are going to put humanity on a pedestal once and for all, and we are going to treat people the way they should be treated. People are going to love again, and we're going to fix this country. And we're going to do it with solid principles and with solid ideas that work. Alrighty. I can't imagine this thing having gotten any more complicated just to show beautiful Amber, and she is so beautiful. I measure a person by their inner beauty every time. It's just how I was programmed. I guess it's supposed because I love God so much. And each person has a bit of God in them. And I like to get close to people because I want to touch that feeling of God. And I want to bring it out of them. And that's what we need. And we need love. I have no doubt Happy Healer is going to be your next president. The only thing we need to do is we need to unite this country and we need to share this message. Okay, I'm going to grab 2 clips over. That's what's taking me a little longer because I have another one I want to share with you guys too. I did both of these today. You will enjoy them. And this is going to be so much quicker. In just a second, I'm going to be able to play it. In just 1 second. I should have did that to start with, but you know, once I realized I had to move from the podium to do all this, then I realized that nothing was going the way it was planned. And so that's fine. God always finds a way. You just have to break through. And we'll all break through. We'll break through in this country. You watch. And watch how much better we get. I started off a lousy drone pilot. Now the top scouts in the country are calling me, asking me about drones. Just how beautiful things are, right? God's power is a strong power. Never forget that. And money is the root of to evil. We already know this, but we'll just reiterate that a little bit. It's always nice to know and to confirm that which we already know. All right, let's see how well we do now. Coming, we're coming for you. This happened. Okay, at least it's showing the videos, so that's good. Let me go ahead and I got a couple of different videos, like I said. And we're going to be playing Alicia Keys. Going to be so cool. It's going to be so cool. And I just know you're going to love it. And this is Awesome Amber. Local file. I'm going to loop it. I'm going to loop it. Alrighty. Well, folks, finally. And I'm so happy and blessed to share with you, Amber. My goodness. All that effort. Here we go. All that effort. It's going to pay off now. Wait until you see this. You're going to love it. And we're going to show this again, actually. We're going to give this more justice because I want her to be seen. And the fact is that when I first came on, I wanted to put it on. But we ran into those issues. So it's fine. We have it now. Are you ready to sing for America?
Yeah. I like singing and being rich.
Okay. Start your song. When are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. It's coming on soon.
I keep on falling in love with you. Sometimes I love you, sometimes you make me blue. Sometimes I feel good, at times I feel yours.
Step up here a little more. It's okay. When we fail, we try again. True heroism, it's not defined by those who fought but didn't fall. It's defined
You're doing great.
by those who fought and fell and rose again. Let's do this again.
I'm falling, in a
All right, cue it up.
with you.